printing presses hummed with a holy rhythmic sound, spreading words of fire on the Polish frozen ground. A knight without a sword, with a vision in his head, to win the world for Mary, to wake the living dead. He built a city of the lady, a fortress made of ink, but the shadows of the swastika were rising on the brink. The metal doors were slammed and the sky turned gray as lead, as they marched the prisoners 6-6 ND ahead. In the silence of the hunger, in the terror of the wire, there's a love that's even colder than the execution fire. I don't know his name and I don't know his face, but I'll step into the shadow and I'll take his heavy place. For a man has no greater love than this to give, than to lay down his dying so a stranger gets to live. The siren screamed at dawn in the mud of Block 11. The commandant was counting out the sacrifices for heaven. 1 for the pit, 2 for the wall, he shouted with a sneer, until he reached a father who was weeping in his fear. My wife, my children, cried the man, falling to the dust. But Kolby stepped forward with a terrifying trust. He didn't look for glory, he didn't look for fame, he just looked the monster in the eye and offered up his name. They threw them in the bunker, a tomb beneath the earth, to let the hunger hollow out the value of their worth. But the guards began to tremble at the sounds that drifted out, not the screams of the forsaken or a desperate lonely shout, but a low and steady chanting, a soft and holy song. The starving men were singing that they finally belong, led by the little friar with the glasses and the grin, who was turning out the darkness and letting glory in. Of empty water and a belly full of air, but the bunker had become a house of unceasing prayer. The others had all drifted, but Kolby remained awake, waiting for the needle and the final breath to take. He raised his arm in silence as the poison entered slow, a soldier of the spirit with a face that seemed to glow. The city of the lady had a citizen at last, and the nightmare of the camp was just a shadow in the past. A single steady violin, the numbers on the arm, the light inside the cell, the man who stood the gap in the middle of